retake B.
All right, so they rotate back down low. Now, they can make this rotation because they have the lead. They have time to wait for their player to come off a respawn. But I want to see Rise get into position quicker. I want to see them put most of their resources where the push is going to happen. But they start to set up.
In your eyes, it's going to be a B-Hill retake, or what's the play here for Rise Nation?
I'm definitely looking at a B-Hill retake for Rise. They spread up, they spread out. We got a 2-2 fight up top, 3-3 fight down low. The flashes are out. We'll see if Hive get any counter flashes for them, and they're going to hit, but not going to stun Shock. Hive, they let them get into the hill, but now they have acquired a kill. They have the man advantage. The train comes through, takes out Hefe. You got to look both ways before you cross the tracks.
Big sixth man comes in for Rise Nation, takes out Hefe. That's going to give him a breathing chance here. It's going to come down to the wire. Shock takes out one. TJ Force gets shut down as well by Avexis. So Shock and Avexis, the duo towards the B-Hill, makes the difference, but that A-Hill was broken. 5-point lead right now in favor of Rise Nation. Avexis isn't done yet. Big 1 versus 1. He just wants the break. He's going to get it, and Rise Nation is going to bounce back with a round win.
And on the flip end, Enzum had a big 1v1 on his home hill against Demise on the other side that he won over there to pretty much secure that round for Rise Nation. Good round there for the boys of Rise. 1-1 on the scoreboard. We'll see what these weapon placements are going to look like. I'm thinking shock grenades. They may start upgrading the smokes down low. Because when we see the smokes get placed down, it usually goes into incendiary grenade pretty much 9 out of 10 times. Yep. And the teams love that lethality when it comes down to fighting for control at the B-Hill.
They just want to go pound for pound here, Blaze, and they both feel like each team on their own right is the stronger of the two. We'll see who can come out on top. In my eyes, Shock has been really stepping up big time in that B-Hill fight. I want to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I got a chance to look at these two teams pick and ban their maps, and Rise Nation was very happy with this map cycle. They even, said to Hive after as they were done, like, did you guys even study? You guys going to give us Asylum, Bunker, and Trading Grounds at the end? Okay. Rise is very, very confident in his cycle.
And I'll tell you what, I know Avexis, and having some conversations, spent all night last night preparing. He had an entire strat book, every single map broken down, preparing for any scenario and how they're going to counter the other team.
Great smoke usage by both these squads to get in there and try to cap that B-Hill and defend. It was Rise Nation who was able to cap first, but they're going to have to back up losing one player. They don't want to lose any more. Rise have already decided for the home hill.
And now, currently, they're tied, and B-Hill is going to be grabbed by the blue team. Big fight up top. It looks like Avexis is going to go down. Drix as well. Detox goes huge to the 1v1. He's not done yet. He's finally going to get shut down. Good play from Tide to shut that one. Now all eyes on Shock in a 1 versus 1. He's going to be getting flanked momentarily, and he's going to get taken out as well. So good opportunity for Hive here to play for a 3-cap domination with some aggression, Blaze.
Yeah, no, this is good by Hive. They know when they pretty much have an advantage. They know when they have that man advantage that it's time to push. It's time to put the pressure on Rise Nation. That melee is going to connect. Multiple players flooding in. The kills are there. That's 4 down. Not much Shock can do in this round.
And we called out TJ Force as the X Factor, saying he has to step up, and he picks up a triple to close out that round. Brilliant double melee, picks up the meat shield, gets another one after that. Huge plays from TJ.
What I want to see Rise Nation do coming up into this next round, what I feel like when they get these 2-to-1 hill setups, they're giving them up a little bit too soon. I want to see they work hard for them. They have to win these initials against Hive, lock them down just a little bit more. Rise Nation, they end up making these decisions early on that, you know what, we're going to give up B and we're going to rotate early for the home hills. And I think that's a great decision. That's going to be the textbook play. But make sure you hold the home hills for a little bit. Contest for them, fight them. If you have that man advantage, you know that your opponent may be staggering to decap their home. Yep. Just spend a little extra time over there, because what I feel like is that they make that early rotation for the homes. They don't get the setup, and when they have to double back towards the neutral, Hive is already pressing them.
That's exactly right. I love that call out, especially with the strat that they're running. They're playing for B-Hill early. They've gotten B-Hill early. Hold on to that 2-hill setup. A big playmaker in that needs to be Drix. He's losing the 1v1 to Tidy. I think Tidy's playing with aggression there, and that's causing them to double back to their home hill a lot more earlier than they'd like to.
Agreed.
So I want to see if Drix can handle his 1 versus 1 against Tidy. Meanwhile, it's a little bit of stalemate to kick this one off. Slight tick advantage to Hive.
Just a slight tick advantage. And what does a slight tick advantage mean? That pretty much makes your team the defensive team. And we know in third-person shooters, if you just got to play a little defense, you got an advantage there. And so that makes it where Rise Nation have to make the play and have to push first. TJ with a double kill on Incinerary. Rise makes the rotation towards the home hill. Drix wins his 1v1 against Tidy and Noe towards the back end.
Yeah, he makes it a 1v2. Beautiful mental shot coming through from TJ right there.
Very beautiful.
And of course, it was Drix, though. We called him out. He delivered with a huge 1v1, finally going to get shut down. But that's the pressure that is needed to hopefully allow Rise Nation to get that B-Hill back.
But I'm down with him dying right there. You know, you got one more round left in the half. you're going to spawn up super quickly, and you're going to be back in a position in which you have to play anyway. But if he would have won that, that puts his team in a better position. Sometimes you got to have the cojones to take those fights.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Maybe try and stay alive a little bit longer there, cause some more pressure. Would have been nice, but of course, picking up double kill was what set them up for this B-Hill push in the first place. So heads up plays from Drix. He's going to be coming off a respawn here. We'll see where he ends up rotating towards. Drix, as I say that gets it down on Noe. Looks like the Rive will come through. Here comes the push on B side from Rise Nation. They want blood right now as TJ Force is going to get shut down. Great plays coming in. Meanwhile, Tidy takes out Detox. He's not done yet. He gets a double kill, and Noe comes in for the reinforcements.
Now it's going to be another 2v1 for Hive. Avexis trying to run away, but Avexis finds a meat shield. I don't know how, but with the point blank there, takes out Noe. But Tidy, he gets reinforcements. The cross coming in from the home hill. That's going to get them that neutral hill. They're on a home hill of Rise as well, but that kill from Detox is going to slow it down just a bit.
You can just tell, Blaze, these two heavyweights right now, by looking at the score and how these rounds have transpired, so evenly matched between these two teams. As I say that, Drix continues to roll with the down. He's currently down, going to get shut down. So 4-on-4 situation here towards the B-Hill. Eyes on Detox. He's going to get tagged up full red. He should be getting out, as he does by Demise. And now a slight power play for Hive.
There are 4 Hive members in this area, and now Enzum knows that he needs to make the play. His teammates going to be right behind him. They got to go forward. They can't go backwards. Now with that entry flash, it is going to stun TJ, but the shots from the back from Avexis, he's making a play. Good rotations there. The trip cap domination coming through. This is looking like a Hive round, but Rise Nation, they get their home hill back. The damage is there. Can Hive hold B? They got the setup. Rise has to push the entrance up top. They have to go home hill to home hill.
That's exactly right. 244 is the magic number here. You got to break both hills, otherwise they're going to win with the 2-cap domination. Noe's going to help secure this win with the kill of his own on Detox. Shot gets down. This is undoubtedly going to be a Hive round. Huge plays from Hive, well done and well executed. I didn't like how Avexis trapped himself within Zem in the middle room, allowed them to get pinched, and that ultimately cost them in the late round.
Yeah, he had to get in there, and I think he had to revive Enzum after he made that flank to try to get them back up. That in the train came.
He was anticipating the revive. Yeah, you're exactly right. One player in particular who's an absolute monster is the guy at the bottom right of your screen right there. It's Detox, one of the best and most underrated slayers in my eyes. He was a top 7 slayer in Gears 4. I want to see him pop off here in these later rounds, this second half. He is such an electric player, but I haven't seen him make huge plays just yet.
This is a Rise Nation map pick. They were super excited to get this. They've been excited about the maps that's in the cycle. But if it's one thing that we know, I had to ask Coach CT, I said, hey man, you know, what's your game plan? What's your strategy? And he says, you know what, it kind of depends on what they're doing. He says, Blaze, you know we got the deepest map pool on the cycle. You know that we're ready to play on anything. We just want to see what they're going to do, and we'll have a strategy for them at the given time.
Yeah, and they're showing exactly that right now. Hive with a lot of depth to their team. Meanwhile, here's some booze on the side. Pittsburgh Knights against Rebel.
Rebel's winning rounds over there. I don't know what the score is, but it sounds good.
That's exactly right. We'll keep an eye out and keep you updated on that. Meanwhile, on board of Detox, we called him out. 9 eliminations to his name, 7 deaths. In a pretty tight situation. He's going to be a front spawn for his team. Picks up 1. He's not done yet. Playing aggressive on Tidy right now. Going to back out and reset, but not before he gets down and taken out.
The damage is there. Ooh. TJ finishes it up. The next set of Rise players, a little bit too aggressive, but they had the defensive incinerate grenade. That's kind of a win for Hive.
I'm about to say
letting them use that nade a little bit early.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm okay with that. Honestly, you're wasting that instant on one player, and now that blocks the stairs, so Rise could not push up for quite some time. We'll see how they come off spawn.
They're gonna block their teammate out. Drix stepped up. His longest standing teammate, Avexis, there to have his back. He's gonna support the supporter, but Drix goes down. Avexis backs up. The Lancers are there. Detox joins the fight. The cross out of Rise Nation right there. Such precision. Now,
great team fire.
Pushing towards the hill. They're gonna end up getting a decap at E, and they're gonna hold off.
And that's how you want to use that instant. He picks up a kill and is able to block off that E-Hill push. And now they have a 20-point advantage, Blaze. That's just gonna continue to tick. All eyes on this E-Hill. Will we see a flank through street? We saw Tidy do it a few times and TJ do it a few times yesterday. Nope, instead they're gonna push up top towards that E-Hill. Big fight going down in E. Demise gonna get down early and taken out eventually. And now, a lot of aggression coming through from Rise Nation.
We see that cross from the other side of the map just shows that these teams have strategies for each side. Every player can make the difference at any given time, especially when it comes down to this hill, in which you guys know it is the second half. So we do have a new set of hills, the neutral hill up top at entrance. And so far, it's looking like it's an even matchup if you ask me.
back and forth here. He's gonna down his own teammate with the melee there. And though he's on his last life, should be fine. Instin's in the hands of TJ Force. Keep an eye on that. He's gonna be rotating over. Inzim downs Hefe. And this is so close, 5-point difference. Hive is going for the cap, and they're gonna be able to secure E-Hill. Meanwhile, we hear a roar from the crowd in the side stations as Pittsburgh Knights has the crowd behind them.
But I know Hive, they got a nice little crowd behind them as well. If they're not in the venue, they're probably in the chat.
Yeah.
Rise Nation, they got a nice group of supporters also. Rise up if you're here to support them. That Incendiary Grenade is going to be able to take that player off the power position. Take a look at the score, John. Rise needs his E-cap ASAP, but Detox get it angled out down low. That's why he can stay in that position for too long. Yeah. The entire Rise Nation team needs to back out of this position. The train's coming through the tracks. Demise finds a kill on Inzum, and we know that's the star player there for Rise.
That's a big good kill. That's a 1v1 that I think, honestly, gives them a 5-on-4. Should help them secure this round. If they can cap this E-Hill, that will definitely be secured. They pick up another kill over up top on E. It all comes down to this. The win condition is the Swarm team absolutely needs to win their 3v3 over on E-Hill if they want any chance of winning this round. Now they need to win by 3 kills. It's not going to matter. It's going to be a Hive round.
It's not. Avexis, he had a 1v2 down low at the home hills. The rest of the team had the utility and the Lancers up top to lock it down. They were looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, now 4-1, which got an update. 5-1 Pittsburgh Knights on map number 1. So we are always critical of this Pittsburgh Knights squad. What squad will show up on Sunday? Well, they're starting strong here on Championship Sunday on their home turf place.
They are starting strong. I hope that for somehow Rise Nation is able to kind of get with a few more rounds tied up, because maybe when we go between maps, we'll be able to look into that other one. Yeah. Just take a little peek for you guys at home to see what's happening.
I was hoping that we'd start this match first, finish this one
Offset them just a little bit.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But we have a great match on main stage. TJ Force getting hyped with this team. Currently on board with Detox. Looks like Rise Nation with the early aggression here. They're going to grab E-Hill early if they can, but the instant's going to come through. Detox trying to grab that hill, but easier said than done.
The flashes come out. It's going to force the members back of Hive. Rise gets the extra player in the E-Hill to make sure they can cap it up.
And now, keep in mind, they have right-hand advantage in this little middle room.
Correct.
Not going to matter, though. Actually, yes, it is. Detox going to take out Tidy. A little over-aggressive from Tidy there. So that right-hand advantage gives them a key advantage. They can get an easy pop-out shot on the team that's pushing them.
Also, a placement that was super important. Avexis and Noe both have Botox. We know the headshot potential of that weapon. We see how much teamwork it takes to even cap that E-Hill a little bit. And so having to have that Botox makes such an important.
And honestly, I don't know, Blaze, if I agree with this weapon placements from Rise. They're just matching Hive 1-for-1 and trying to muscle their way into this fight, and clearly it's not working. We always say it, but the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, and right now Rise is doing exactly that. I think they gotta drop a power up and try and change things up if they can.
But the thing is that, especially with these two teams and they being so evenly matched, we know that when it comes down to the weapon selection, if you get behind on utility when it comes to those big power weapons, you can find yourself into some difficult situations. So you match up and you have to win your fights with the shotgun. You gotta muscle your way through it, just like how Rise muscled through Hive up top at the E-Hill. And now they flood the home hill, but they don't even need to get there because they win by way of elimination.
It's a big Rise Nation round, Blaze, and that's 1. We are 1 round away from it being a reverse sweep. They got to win 4 straight instead of 5 straight. That's 1. They need 3 more. Can Rise Nation do it? Can they build the momentum to turn this snowball into an avalanche and absolutely embarrass Hive in map number 1? Or will Hive be able to clutch it up? And my question is, what is Hive made of here, Blaze?
We're about to find out. Hive, they just need to close this one out. They got a nice little lead. And I know one thing about Coach TT. He's not going to allow them to burn any respawns on rounds in which they don't need to. We know that sometimes Rise can get a little overzealous when it comes down to forcing those fights, especially when they feel the pressure on their back and they feel like everything that they're doing is not working and they just have to take fights, which is technically the play because it comes down to somebody on your team needs to make the play to get momentum back in your favor. But
2 flashbangs placed there, Blaze, as opposed to 1 shock, I believe is what I saw on screen. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, we're going to see it. I'll break that down next time we see the overhead map. Yep. I was looking at your beautiful green eyes.
Appreciate that,
as I was talking to you.
I was looking at that great complexion.
Thank
Too
you.
much romance here. I'm sorry, stream.
It's not enough. You guys know how we get down, right?
Exactly.
Here we go.
12 years in the making.
Flash grenades. Flash grenades hit. The incendiary grenade's going to miss a bit because you see Hive able to cap that. Not cap the hill just yet, but they're going to step to the side. What happens is that he has that Botox, able to get a nice little shot on Detox. TJ threw that incendiary grenade from Wazoo down the stairs and were able to connect with that one.
Nice shot grenade's going to come through.
He might as well cap the hill now.
Yeah, he's down already.
And he's looking for the sweet spot. Looking for the sweet spot.
Trying to stick his head out if he can. Doesn't want to get taken out either. The revive's going to come through here, but a good job right now by Shock and the shot grenades to not allow them to capture that hill. Bulltalk in hand. Here comes the push. Rise wants it. They're going to have to back out. The defense is too strong right now.
It is. Those Bulltalks play such a huge play. If Vexy needs to start hitting some of these shots.
Big 1v1 from Inzem, and a down's going to come through. Rise Nation has an opportunity to break this E-Hill advantage. And here comes the push. They're not hitting the shots that they need to. Hefe's clutching up. Finally, the kills are going to come through.
The revives from Rise Nation, a teamwork. Just muscling their way through. Hive's defense is there. And they get the E-Hill.
They are out for blood. They want this triple cap, but Demise keeps them alive. Huge 1v1 for Demise. He's got to double back now. Otherwise, this three cap's going to come through.
There. Demise, he makes the impact. The home hill is still there for Hive. Reinforcements are in the building. They take out the Vexies. And you look at your mini-map, they should be able to get the E-Hill as well.
Yep.
That was a trip cap domination attempt by Rise Station that just failed horribly.
Yep. And honestly, it all came down to that 1 versus 1 from Demise, and his opportunity to come back and pinch is what made the difference. They did some damage, though, Blaze. They're up by 40 points. That's going to diminish here momentarily as 2 hills to 1 setup. That's 2-1 in points that they'll be gathering for Hive now. So this one's going to come down to Rise Nation needing to break this E-Hill if they want to win this round. Meanwhile, the win condition for TJ Force and Rise Nation is hold this defense, hold this 2-cap as long as you can. How good is the setup of Hive? How good is the retake of Rise Nation?
Well, Hive is stacked up at E. Noe has an incendiary grenade. Drix has a shot grenade. His shot needs to be well placed, and I will say that they need to bait out the incendiary grenade from Noe now while Rise Nation has a lead.
I think that's what they're trying to do. Detox plays beautiful analysis there. Detox trying to bait that Incin. Meanwhile, a misplaced Incin from Shock. It's right in the corner. They're not going to do much for him.
Now at this point, you need to throw the shock. Once you get the player off that right cover, throw the shock for the left, back him down just a bit more. But that Botox in the hands of Noe.
Ooh.
It's always high noon somewhere in the world, right everybody?
Noe with a huge Botox headshot, but Detox is going to shut him down. Tidy rotates through and takes out Detox, and now that was not enough damage for Rise Nation. Hive is going to maintain control. Great defense thanks to the Botox plays from Noe.
And he just puts out that damage. His teammate knows that, hey, he's hitting shots. We just need to hit some of these long-range shotgun pellets, hit some of these pistol bullets, and we'll be okay. Rise presses up. This has been a tug-of-war battle for the E-Hill, and Noe charges through. He gets 1, he gets 2. With the help of Demise and TJ, they take down all 4 of Rise.
Huge plays coming in from Noe. The young man, 17 years old from Tallahassee. He does it. Massive, massive plays. As Hive is going to beat Rise Nation 5-2, and Blaze Ribs called Noe as the player to watch for this match, and he certainly delivered. Massive plays from Noe.
He most definitely delivered. If it's one thing that, you know, pretty much all the talent said, Colin, PR, Ribs, Ryan, they were all split. When it came down to maps, when it came down who will win, they said 2-1 Rise, 2-1 Hive, and that just is a testament to how close these two teams are.
Yeah, and I gotta say, that was the first time I think all weekend I've heard our analysts disagree. You know, so I like the little match mix up there, little devil's advocate. Ultimately, Ryan has the current laugh, the first laugh as Hive goes up. They both called 2-1. They both called this one going the distance. We will see if it will. Welcome back to the desk, everybody. Fallout here, joined alongside Blaze, and what a day it has been so far. We've had a great first round of matchups. UYU getting upset, and now, meanwhile, in the second half of the bracket, all Pittsburgh Knights and all Hive so far.
Nah, yes, it has been. And we know that Pittsburgh Knights, they got the crowd behind them on a side station. They're popping off over there. This is going to be a packed venue today. If they win, we're going to have a LATAM team in the semis. Both semis on the main stage. It's going to be crazy to go down.
Would you ever thought, Blaze, it'd be Fire and Ice as the second LATAM team making it to the semis?
Anything can happen when it comes down to the champ bracket, John. Most important is just make it to Sunday. That's the most important thing that you can do. And, you know, and we see how all these teams have just been stepping it up. We're seeing a different level of gameplay, how these rounds are coming down to the seconds. Each and every squad, they're fighting for inches.
Yeah, you saw Noe on screen, the young man who just became old enough to compete in Boston. His first event, Blaze, was 3 events ago. It's crazy to think about. He's looking like a seasoned veteran. I said 17, I believe he's 16 years old. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh Knights crowd is starting to get loud here. But 2-0 up PK versus Rebel. So we are getting primed and ready for a LATAM multi-semifinal matchup. I cannot believe how things have transpired here in Mexico City. It has been quite the storyline here. It was hard to top San Diego, but we certainly have with this event.
Oh, no, we definitely have. Want to get some love there to Hive. I was looking at the stats, and pretty much 4 players in single-digit deaths, all of them with like 25-plus eliminations. That's just a complete team effort there. And good job to them on that map right there. Demise going off. And you know what? We need to give him a little bit more credit as one of the main slayers for this team. Demise does so much for Hive. When it comes down to his rotations, his slaying ability, he can step up at any given time. And when he starts putting the pressure on you, you got to be careful, because then you got Noe and you got TJ to worry about as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Demise didn't give enough credit, like you said. He's playing a lot of the 1v1 spots, a lot of flanks, and he's winning a lot of crucial fights that we're not seeing on stream, because it's not where the action is necessarily. But again, that 1 versus 1 he won on the round that Rise was trying to triple cap domination. That last round saved the round undoubtedly.
You got 3 trios. You got 2 trios on Hive. You got the slaying core of TJ, Noe, and Demise. And you got that supporting core of Tidy, Hefe, and Coach CT. Those guys making sure that they're always leading the troops, putting them in the best positions, making sure that they can support their young guns, and they do it so well. Even also playing to Hefe's strengths with the power weapons is something we're going to see on this map. We usually see Hive go for that torque strategy at artillery.
Yep.
We'll see how the boys of Rise can counter.
So here we go. Map number 2 is underway. If you're a fan of Rise Nation, give them your energy. Instead, it's going to be TJ Force absolutely trucking through Inzem. Detox fires back, and we are off to a heated map number 2.
Detox with first blood on the map for Rise Nation, and we saw a 3v3 fight down low at the platform early on, and it's still continuing. Shock finds a kill on Noe. Multiple members double backing for Rise Nation, but Avexi's on the flank managed to get behind enemy lines. Here comes Drix, here comes Shock, trying to push up and guarantee this neutral hill win for Rise Nation, and they will. Yep,
big plays from Rise Nation. Ultimately, it was Shock and Drix that go huge with a few kills to turn momentum in their favor. So now a 2-1 hill setup for Rise Nation. They want to hold this setup. Hive are going to try taking a retake. Do they go for a home away hill push up top, or do they try and maintain a B hill push with aggression? It looks like they're opting for the former, as Drix is going to back out and value his life here.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. We see the defense by Rise Nation. Hive, they want to make sure that they have an up top presence, because you need to. Any height advantage on the map, you want to make sure that your team has it, because up top, if Bunker looks down low onto the B hill, so they know that even if they put their numbers there, it would be a more difficult fight, because they did not tick off their boxes on the other key areas of the map. So we see the pressure. They actually do make it across for a home hill setup, and they actually muscle their way through towards their opponent's side of the map.
And they sneak to B hill at the same time, so I think it was Shock in a 1 versus 1 against Tidy. Detox going to rotate over.
Tidy, what a kill.
He's so clutch when it matters the most. He is so clutch when it matters the most. Tidy continues
Hive
to perform.
still has the home hill on the other side. Tidy is going to make Detox have to run away. It comes down to the C hill. Can they get there in time? The kills are going in favor of Hive, and they get the round.
Noe with the triple kill at the bottom left of your screen. Meanwhile, Tidy handles logistics in a 1 versus 2 against Detox and Shock. They are playing near perfect Blaze, and again, I'm going to point back to last night. You listen to them, you listen to their communication, you watch them dominate in their quarterfinal matchup, and you said this is a championship caliber team. They're certainly playing like it on Championship Sunday.
They truly are. We talked about how they had to step it up to the next level. We know that Hive is a top 4 team. They've got it in that respect. Now we know they are a top divisional team. They earned that during the winter quarter. Now we need to see, are they a championship caliber team? Can they make it to the finals? That's their next goal that they have to hit in order to evolve as a unit.
Unbelievable. Team of young guns. We've been calling them the next generation. Perhaps they are now the current generation, as it seems like a dynasty has fallen in Optic Gaming, now UIU. Will the next dynasty be Hive? Will Reciprocity continue to dominate? Will Pittsburgh Knights win on home soil? So many storylines here, but Rise Nation has to fight back into this one.
Yes, they do. And Rise Nation, hey, they got a lot to say as well. And they're going to start speaking in this team fight. 3 members down on the side of Hive. They're looking to take out Noe. That's going to be 4. Last member standing is going to be Hefe. He knows what the play is. Trying to double back, get one of these kills, block off the home hill. Can he take out Drix? He can't with the miss roll.
It's been a steamroll right now. We're back in Asylum. Is there a train coming? Because that train is in the form of Rise Nation right now, as they're absolutely tearing through Hive. So Rise Nation trying to change the narrative of this tournament. They're trying to elevate themselves into elite status as a top team. They've always been a top 6 team in Gears. Can they be a top 2 team is the question here. Can they advance to a semifinal?
With the additions of Ribs, Infinity and Enzum to this squad? I think it is. I think that having that intel there is so important, especially, you know, when you talk about their old teammate Rezik is currently in the same position in the tournament. He's going against the Knights, but we know how much of an impact Enzum has made for the squad so far, and Rise can do it. They have all the pieces. They have the confidence. They just need to show up.
That's exactly right. They started with a great initial. That's the key question. Rise Nation won 13 initials against the team that they lost to, I think it was the Pittsburgh Knights. And now they have to secure the rounds after winning the initial. They're going to do it again here, but we'll see.
We're seeing an overlook at the B-Hill fight, and that's going to be a complete lockdown for Hive. Rise, multiple players flooding up top. They're going to be using the same counter strategy that we saw Hive do the round before, knowing that we don't have control over the B-Hill, so we need to make sure that we take down, that we get up top control and get that height advantage before we do anything else. And Rise will acquire bunker control. They're going to pick up a few more kills as well. That's 2 members down on the side of Hive.
Vexy's the leader of this team, does go down. He is the tip of the spear leading the way. Now it's a 2 versus 1. All eyes on Noe again. Noe got a triple kill there last time. This time it's not going to be the same story as he's going to get shut down. So great home and away hill push coming in from Rise. However, TJ Force looking to change the narrative on his own with a kill on Drix. He picks up a kill on Enzum as well. It is all Hive right now. All eyes on Shock. Can he hold on? Can he maintain control against Tidy?
Good reset. Good shots. Can't get in close enough for the 1 chunk range. And the Vexys, he's going to be sneaky. He's going to slow down, wait for his teammates to get in position, see if he can catch somebody slipping. He knows there's not much he can do. There's no point in showing himself just yet.
And the win condition right now with the 2 to hill, 1 setup, Hive will win this round. So all eyes on Rise. They have to break this B hill, and they have to do it relatively quick here. Vexy's pushing up. We mentioned he's the tip of the spear. He's going to try and lead the way. They're going to break that E hill. That's all they needed, but they're currently down by a half tick.
Oh, they just missed it. They wanted to get the decap there. Now they know they have to play for it. They're going to get aggressive. Vexys takes a lot of damage, but Drix on the flank puts 2 shots in Noe and Demise. That opens the door for Rise Nation. They have a chance on this round. Tidy looking to clean things up just a bit around his hill. Secure the win condition for his team.
That's it.
And nobody makes it to the C hill in time. Hive, they get it done 2 rounds in a row.
And they keep inching out the late game, the mid game so incredibly well. When Rise Nation starts strong, Hive just makes it so difficult for them to maintain control. They always find a way to gain back control. Rise needs to secure mid-round to end game finishes. They have to step up in that category if they want to be able to claw their way back into this one.
Okay. Shock getting caffeinated. Hive getting hydrated.
Clearly things are working so incredibly well for this young Hive squad. We had a chance to listen to them yesterday and hear their communication. It was flawless. Let's go ahead and jump into another Astro Gaming listening with Hive.
Gonna be our rep. Okay. You still got it regardless.
Make everything a team fight, bro.
Alright, CJ has it. Smash it. Yo, I'm gonna beam him.
Remember, I'm playing back on the
Okay, okay.
Yo, I cut the top. Yes, that's what. Yo, I can beat him.
I'm
I'll
out,
beat him
I'm
again.
out.
No, he's 1 shot. He's 1 shot.
My air? No, I'm about to go down.
One picked up middle. I might go down the middle. I'm down, bro. They might fly.
I'm shooting for you. I'm shooting for you. I'm shooting for you. I'm shooting for you. No, you're good. You guys are good. You guys are good. You guys are good.
Vexy's outside. Vexy's outside.
No, he killed me. 6 and 7, bro. 6 and 7.
I got flight.
Oh, he's hurt. Oh, yeah, he's hurt. On you, Tomas. On you.
Behind you,
Behind you, middle, Jeff.
Oh, 1 shot.
Shit. I bet him. You guys need to touch. You guys need. We're good.
I could be.
Come on. I'm alright. I have to get a recall. Oh, roll it. I'm going to throw. Where's he? He's running.
Finding TD, finding you. Getting her. I'm getting her. Secret to the side. Until y'all come here.
No, wait, come back to our
turn around.
Sure.
Still hurt.
Hey, tell me if you have to.
They can't do anything. They're not going to be able to do anything. Yo, let me play B. I don't play up top, bro. Please let me play B. Please let me play. Someone switch to me.
Yo, I have a flash. Let me play the right.
Monster, have anything? Anyone want to play inside? Go play inside. Go play inside.
With a flash?
Yeah.
One of them outside B. One of them outside B.
You got it.
On top of TJ.
Get TD top up. Get Tidy top up.
I got mid. Alright,
where do you want me to focus? I'm on inside. Where do you want me to focus? Focus on your right. TD has your hop up. I got your right. Just focus on your right.
Three up top.
Three top.
Jeff, rotate.
Two top.
No, more than that. 3 or 4.
Three. I swear it's 3. They're rotating. They just wanted to show face. They're rotating B.
They might have weed. Yeah, they're right there.
I think they're wing. They
might be.
They're cut from the pass. Two going to the pass. They're flying. Someone come middle, bro. Someone come middle.
I'm gonna fly up on you, Jeff.
I got you right.
I'm in my spot.
I'm getting close to middle. Yeah, I gotta push him.
Okay,
He knows Jeff. He knows Jeff. I can't.
I can't no
Door shot. I might go down, bro. I'm down.
They're playing me.
No, someone get my read, bro. Someone get my read. I'm dead, bro. Bro, that kid can't cross me.
Hey, we're good.
We're fine. We can still spawn.
No,
Yes, we're good, bro. We're good. We have 2 rounds.
Okay, we're good.
Good, bro. Just die for the break.
Rise, you're perfect.
Die for the break. I'm up at TJ. Go flank your hill, TJ. All right, you got the flank, TJ.
He's gonna play you fast, Tidy, I think.
Goodbye. Yeah, he's on. He left. He left. Two left. And how many came back to the hill? How many came back? 3 take up top. All we need is a break. All we need is a break, bro.
You're dead?
It's 2 on B. Our side.
They're together. We gotta play. Be quick, boys. We can.
Let's go.
I'm playing up top with Noah. I'm gonna cut. Is there anyone underpass?
Okay,
I'm going.
Looks like you guys have 3.
I'm underpass. I'm their side B. Yes. We're shot their side B. They got answer now.
No, we hold that position.
We're in and out. We gotta break. Oh, we need.
Oh, we got flanked.
I'm coming.
One shot, Jinx.
What a middle, guys.
We have instance, right? Show this.
One cutting. No. I'm going there. It was 3 middle. I'm going there. I know. He knows, Teddy. From the doorway. Right there, doorway.
No, I got one down. I got 2 at B, bro. 3 away. Hey, we're good. Everyone stay chilly. Don't spawn this.
Fuck.
Right there. No, don't play. Just hold there. Someone needs to be lancing for me. No. I say you go up top and hut, bro. Because it was 2 middle. Of course you're gonna do that, bro.
Wait, what?
When you got down, it was 2 in middle. I couldn't do nothing. I had one kid shooting
yeah,
at me,
back
one
up,
kid shooting at you. You gotta go and
I
hut.
can't back up.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
bro.
no, don't get that far forward.
When I straight lined him, he ran away.
I should have.
Yes, bro. Don't want me to get cocky, bro. 3 more.
I didn't get cocky, bro. I didn't know he had to sit there.
If no one flash next round.
So a very interesting listen in there, Blaze, for
One of my
Hive.
favorites.
That's a tell of a different tale in my eyes from what we saw yesterday. We see a little bit of dysfunction, a little bit of negativity coming through from Hive.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I think they're just in the moment,
Passionate.
yo. Sometimes you just gotta call a spade a spade. You're in the championships. It ain't no time to sugarcoat anything. You can't take offense on the main stage. You know that your teammates are there to shoot for you. Your brothers are there for you. They're out here. They're making sure that they're in the right positions. They're fighting for Crazy Trains, keeping them in check. I love what I heard out of Hive. They're looking good.
I can see. I play a different story there. I think Championship Sunday, there's no room for negativity. You got to stay focused on the goal. You can't be. I don't know. I think there's 2 stories there.
I think if you're taking it personal, we need to have a talk at the end of the tournament.
Not taking it personal.
I think that
by
if you don't think that I'm here and I want your best interest and I ain't
Yeah.
trying to win, that we
Undoubtedly.
need to have a conversation at the end of the tournament.
I heard
about
some
your-
flawed communications, though, as a result of that. I think you can't deny that there. But ultimately, an interesting round nonetheless. I'm interested to hear from Rise Nation on how they are progressing, because this is an opportunity now. Hive is up 2-1, but they were honestly talking like they were down a little bit. So Rise Nation could gain momentum here if they continue to play a great mid-game and end-game like they did that last round.
Yes, they is. So now, Rise, they have a 2-1 setup. They got B, they got A. They're pretty much fortified up top. They're going to switch a few players' positions, back one up just a bit more. They know that 3 players of Hive are going to be at the bunker, so they want to bring their Lancers to the hillside to defend their home hill. Force Hive back to B where Rise can cut back, but Rise, they need to have more players in position at B. I think they have too many players at A for now, so their rotations are going to start, but they may be a little bit too late.
And where's the double kill? The instance right there. He has one down, and I'm wondering, where's the stronger setup from Rise Nation? I get they have an instant and they want to play for a bait, but Avexis needs some help. He gets one down, he has a chance to pick up a double, and a missed opportunity there for Rise.
They need to be thinking ahead. Ask themselves, okay, if this push does not work out for Hive, what's going to be the next play? Set themselves up. Have faith. Get breaks ice there on Drix in this engagement. Man advantage for Hive for now. Both these players are looking for the slightest angle to get that shot, to get the damage in on the platform. Checking the left, checking the right. Who's going to break up there first? Avexis, he pushes in, gets one. Could not get the second, but it opens up the door for his teammates in Hive. They
gotta
make the
follow
play.
up.
Can Lenny do it? Yes, he can.
Massive 1 versus 1 from Inzem, as it was Avexis who broke ice, Inzem who closed the deal on the B hill. They have a 50-point lead, and now Rise Nation with an opportunity to gain momentum and dominate the rest of this map if they can continue to play the way that they are.
That was good.
20
Good
eliminations
break.
and 6 deaths for Inzem. What a performer.
And that's what they need out of him. Same thing with Avexis, 20 and 6 just in the 4th round. But when it comes down to your slaying core, they have one job, and that's to set the play up, push the fights. They have a great supporting cast, but now the team that's going to be doing the pressing is going to be Hive. Pushes Rise Nation back towards their second half home hills, and that's going to be a point blank.
A little bit of a misplay there from Drix and Inzem. They were not on the same page as you can't die there if you're Drix. You can't let him push for free. Inzem needs to support him. Meanwhile, Shock's going to get taken out, so Hive trying to get the 3-cap domination. That's all they can play for here. They have a couple kills. Avexi's down 1. He gets the kill as a result. Inzem takes out another, and that's going to be Rise Nation holding on, maintaining control here. Big plays from Rise Nation. You're starting to see momentum building.
Yeah, Rise Nation. Yep, the momentum is building up. They're looking good. They tied this one up 2-2, and they don't want to find themselves behind too far on this map when it comes down to rounds, especially with Hive having that momentum. We know that sometimes Rise, they can get in their heads just a little bit when they let rounds in which they should have won get away from them. We've seen it plenty of times there in the Pro League, but it looks like that they're looking good. They've made it to Championship Sunday. They're a little bit more composed in this match, but that's my key to them. They need to stay composed and keep track of numbers on the map. If they get too excited early on that they got a lead that they might win, that's when they start making mistakes. They have to play all the way to the end.
Yep, I gotta agree with that. You know, capitalize on the momentum, but also not get too excited, too energetic, and detox. 2 kills, 3 kills, all kills for Rise Nation as they continue to rise up in this Championship Sunday elimination match. Inzem gonna get taken out though, so it's gonna be a great counter coming through from the Hive boys. Noe leading the way.
And now Avexi's and Noe 1v1 for control of up top. Avexi's didn't even see him. Noe with the Botok out and the Lancer just knows he needs to hit a few more shots. Avexi's found a sweet spot over there. He takes the damage but does not go down.
Great movement from Avexis. What this is going to do now, Blaze, is Avexi's going to be a thorn on their side. I think that was an overextension to the away hill. No, that's actually his home hill.
He went back home.
That's his back home hill.
Yeah, he says, let me get out of here.
Yeah. So he just stays alive, values his life, and lives to fight another day with the retake here for Rise Nation coming through. Let's see how they play it.
They got a lot of players down low. They're going to be all at the mid. They're going to all be at the mid cut of the map. They're grouping up for a play. And it's going to be a play towards the home hill. Hive should have seen this coming from a mile away. Now, my question is, do the up top players want to rotate towards the F hill, or does Hive want to back up to defend the D hill? They can do both, but I do think that you control E at all costs. It only takes 2 players to hold this hill off, if that's what you want to do.
So the defense needs to be strong from Hive. Meanwhile, Rise Nation trying to formulate a good strategy for the retake. What did the coach Affinity call, or the captain of this team of Vexies, who was up late last night preparing? What type of result does the preparation have here?
I think he realized that his boys were being indecisive on pushing the home hill, so he told them to cut back to E right away, get control over the middle. But now they need some utility grenades up top. They need to flash Noe and Demise, take down one of those Lancers. Shock needs to keep his head down. He keeps Noe's head down, tries to open up Drix a 1v1 with Demise, but he goes down, saved by his teammate. Maybe a trip cap, D cap. Noe goes down. Good 1v1 there by Shock. Rise gets the E hill. We'll see when they cap it up. Will they have that win condition? They need to cap it ASAP, though.
And that was a phenomenal, a textbook retake. You send 2 up the middle, 2 from up top, and you wolf pack incredibly well. Take the 3v1 on Tidy, who's caught by himself. Find the single man, win that fight, and come out on top. Well executed from Rise, and now they will not win currently as it stands. So all Hive has to do, and easier said than done, is hold on to this one hill setup. Rise needs to now do another retake. So they did it once, which was difficult.
Defense.
Now they got to do it twice.
And you know what? They attempted it last time. They failed. Now they have to make the perfect push. Only 33 seconds on the clock.
But Hive put themselves in a position to grab the bull by the horns here. Ooh. They pick up 4 kills, and Hive is going to do what it takes to secure this round. You got to think it's difficult for Rise to be able to bounce back off that respawn. Huge plays coming in from Hive. And they say, hey, offense is the best defense, Blaze, and they play with aggression.
And we saw it in that round, because if you have a great offense at the start of the round, you get that map control, and then your defense gets to shine, especially when you have a nice point lead.
So great job from Hive, igniting what seemed like a flame or a forest fire that was growing for Rise Nation and diminishing it. Great job. Let's see if Rise can...
Fighting fire with fire.
That's it. That's the move right there. Let's see if Rise can continue to bring it right back as their lives are on the line. It is match game right now, as if Hive up 1-0 in this one. Here are the loadouts. We got to see a Retro Lancer place.
So Hive recognized that Rise was going to build that snipe on their side, so they go for the placement in the middle because they didn't want no free snipers on any side of the map.
Boltox in the hands of one team. I believe that is Hive.
Enzem's going to have his own flash to throw at the front line. The fight's at E. Drix is nice and cute. I love seeing his face, but he's not there yet.
All eyes on Inzem. He's going to get a good flank here. Madness is ensuing. Inzem going to take out one, and Rise Nation is rolling. Let's go ahead and jump into an Astro Gaming listen-in with Rise Nation to hear how it's going down.
double cap. I beat him, DeMarco, forward, DeMarco.
You gotta go. Go to the left. I can't. It's right. Fuck it. It's right here.
Okay, I'm taking his right.
It's hurt. Baby, hurt. Stop it. He has stop it. Nice, baby.
That's it, yeah, we dip in.
I got him. Yeah,
Stay.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Oh, I got flanks. On my left.
Don't get wide.
He's up. Happy. What's up?
No, don't pass it.
Oh,
Good job.
I'm down.
Don't pass anymore. Stay.
Everybody get out. Get out.
You can run away. I try. All right, DeMarco, big for it. Oh, okay. No, you can run it.
Get out. Go chase him with the bolt.
What's numbers on E?
I don't see it again. Everybody Saki. Everybody go.
You can play under their own box.
Bomba spawn.
Right, I'll go on the E-box.
Yeah, I was saying
Force has an incense.
because they can't hit you from
Tracking
outside.
him.
Oh, no, they're just instance. Never mind. Yo,
Tight up, guys.
watch our heaven off spawn, boys.
Forward. Playing fast. Playing very fast. What's your boys?
Hey, let's try that forward. Two big guys.
Keep it up.
Play some cap.
I'll keep it.
He has an instant.
He has instance. I'll flash him though.
Wasted it.
Yo, it's going outside.
Watch out.
Frankie.
I'm forward. I got jam with you. I'm watch out. Nice. I have a 1v. Teddy,
I'm back up. He's man. Push me.
take my seat. Crack them.
Our side window. Push you.
141. Somebody look to it.
Billy. Yo, Lily, what's outside?
It's clip. He can't run.
I'm almost there.
Take over.
I'm almost there, baby. I can help you.
Good try. We're up by 20 points.
And listen, everybody relax on that.
I got the retro.
Look at these instance.
We're up by so much.
Yo, I played
2 in our first half.
2 on our first half, 3 in our home.
We will win off that.
They're gonna have snipe in 8 seconds. They're gonna have
let's start reaching up top. I can instance that if they try to go for it.
We need to do it.
Go.
Do fast. 3.
I'm not letting them escape.
Wait.
Come back.
I want you to I think we should be pushing.
Tiny has snipe.
Down.
Tiny has snipe.
Head down. Heavy down too. I'm going for that.
No. It's free there.
Go top guy. Somebody go top guy. No. Helping in.
Wait. I don't know where he's at.
DeMarco, try to
Bunker.
Yo, I said go down.
Don't look for information. Get further back.
One of you guys.
Flying at me. Am I still owing?
One turn.
Try to find a leak out.
I have one. I got inches, boys. I'm gonna hold this kitty.
Nice, Lenny.
I have one. I have 2.
Everybody go E. Just make sure they can go.
Shot. Yeah, this one. I'm high man. Everybody shoot for me.
2. Yeah, shot shoot.
79 and 2 going middle.
Hurt.
Owing.
You're sharp.
Go Owing. Do middle behind you, Ant.
Wait to me. Got him.
Go E.
The OE, Ant.
I have heat.
Yeah, okay.
These kids can't fuck with us, guys. These kids cannot fuck with us. Let's go. Jet, Alec. Let's get it, baby.
Straight there right now, boys. Tournament life.
Bro, TJ Lives is dirt.
Literally, bro.
Let's have incense.
Alright.
Because like them having more of those is making it hard.
Yo, I feel like someone should take him with them.
I could.
Yeah, I agree.
Me and my guy are just having a staring
Or
contest. Yeah, someone could just take a middle or something, get a free kill.
Okay. Alright, we'll slow play it then.
3-3 on this match, 4-4 on the side station for that map as well. It's been crazy so far, John. And what did you love about that listen-in?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, the presence of Affinity on this team, it's not too dominating. He says the right things that they need to know. TJ has instants. We can win back off, don't push that, stay alive. I mean, it's a small decisions, small communication that he had. Of course, Avexi's and the plays that he's making as well. You hear him hyping each other up. You hear the brotherhood. You hear him say championship life on the line. You like to see that brotherhood coming in from Rise.
Oh, you love to see it there, John. You love to see it. So,
here we go. Initial starting off here. 4-4 on the side station. It looks like that match is heating up, as Blaze said. This one as well. We are tied 3 apiece. Detox picks up first blood on Demise. So now, power play and numbers advantage in favor of Rise. Can they take it?
He's a little bit too aggressive, is he? He has help towards the middle, so he's looking good. They're going to be able to take out Heidi, so they win their fight down low. TJ is going to get snipe up top.
TJ Force with sniper. And Pittsburgh Knights did win that 4-4 clutch. All eyes on TJ Force now with sniper in his hands, and a great job from Hive. Even though they had a loser's numbers disadvantage, sorry, they were able to capitalize.
No, that was great
up top.
because they lost the fight down low. And they knew they had to win the fight up top to keep control. And ultimately, they got the neutral hill, the most important area of the map. You have the neutral hill, you have height advantage, and you have the sniper power weapon. Whoever controls E is going to win this series.
And TJ, not the best map number 2 here. 13 limbs, 14 deaths for what we're used to seeing as a front spawn lead slayer in this team. Currently has sniper in his hands, though, and sometimes it's a power weapon that can turn things around for you, Blaze. I know you've had plenty of situations and experiences like that back in years 1 and 2. Let's see what he can do with sniper here.
And I know what I said when I said control this series and not the map. Definitely the map, but if Rise Nation controlled that and won this map and went to map 3, they're definitely taking momentum over there. And at that point, I'm going to predict them to take that win. Hive in such a beautiful position. TJ, what can you do? The pressure's on you. You're on the main stage. Your team needs you to make a play. Just a little bit short.
I was feeling that one, Blaze. I'm not gonna lie, you manifested the hell out of that thing.
TJ, he gets the damage in. That's most important. You need to know how to switch to your pistol. He can't save his teammate. Shot gets 2. Can TJ find 2? Woo! Yes, he can, with some help from Tidy as well. They keep control over up top. Uh-oh, the pistol's there.
And it is
Can he get the kill?
Drix that manages to clutch up, gets 1 right there, which is enough to break that E-hill, which hopefully is enough for them to get that F-hill back. Yes, it is, but the damage has been done, Blaze. Look at the score advantage right now for Hive. It is an 80-point lead. Make it a 100-point lead for Hive.
And TJ has sniped.
Woo.
Lining it up.
And TJ's survivability right there was insane. Great body shot right there on Inzim. That's all he needed.
He does a great job pre-firing the covers where the players are going to up A. He doesn't try to get to the player. He puts that shot exactly where he expects him going to be. One of the reasons why he's so accurate. But this is a 1v. Their team has no points, but they know they have control. They're not panicking.
Ooh.
They know what they need to do. TJ
Yikes.
wants to have a conversation with Drix real quick.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard him call him dirt before in the listening or what, but TJ, honestly, in that round, his survivability, his ability to just maintain control up top with Sniper was perfect. He was in a 1v3 at some point. Finally, Tidy came and flanked, and Hive was able to win that one. It is now match point here. You see the main stage starting to gather as Pittsburgh Knights match up. Hola, Mexico.
As you can see, 4-3, Rise, he needs to turn it around. This squad has so much to prove coming in with their new roster, adding Inzim to the team, and they have showed how much better they've gotten since the last event. But now, this is where they need to prove all the haters wrong. They need to do it here.
And this is what we call the Devil's Round, because honestly, if Rise can win this round, that gives them the momentum they need to go into that round number 9. The question is, can they do it? Rise Nation, what are you made of? All eyes on the captain of this squad of Vexies, leading by example with 30 eliminations. He's got a Retro Lancer in hand. Let's see what Rise can do.
TJ and Demise in the mid-map, their presence. They're looking good. They're trying to converge in on Detox, and yes, they will. The flank towards the back here, they take out Drix, so they go down low. Now, Rise, they have to press up top. They have to buy their team some time.
Huge
They know that
plays.
the Hive is going to be swarming.
Yep. Detox and Drix lose the 2v2. Avexy's trying to make up for it on the other side of the map, but Tidy is the one that's going to make the play on Avexy's.
He needs to get that on the E-hill.
E-hill domination's coming through. No one's
needs to
there.
get that
It doesn't
instant
look
on
like
the
is
E-hill.
the D-hill broken? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Okay. Ooh,
kill
Inzim with the
Inzim.
push. No, he takes out Shock, but I will say they kept their incendiary grenade. That's super important.
That's a good call out. Inzem now overextending the F-hill. I think everyone on Hive recognizes it, and the rotations come through really early. And Inzem not able to get the OE he wanted. A smart play, smart idea, but Detox put himself in a pretty rough spot here. He's going to down 1. But both teams should be able to reset. Let's see if Hive can capitalize. Yes, it looks like it'll be neutralized, reset here and now in this situation.
Rise has a flash, has an incendiary grenade to use as well. It's going to be in the hands of Shock, and he's defending his home hill with it currently. So that's not going to be able to be used on this fight. On the flip end, Demise just found an incendiary grenade in front of him. He was not able to toss it. He's on his last down, and he does find a kill. Rise finds 2, but Hive finds 3. They get back control over their home hill.
And now it's Detox with Sniper up top. Him and his teammate. I think it might be Shock on that E-hill. Are they going to be able to cap that E-hill and make it difficult? No, they're not. All eyes on Detox, and I believe Shock. But it's going to be Noe with the big up-A shot. Takes out Detox. Huge plays coming in from him.
TJ killed his teammate. He didn't expect him to be so good there, John. Now Hive they have to back up. They was able to take out that sniper. That was going to be so crucial. Not sure. Shock is dead, so no incendiary grenades for anybody on the map.
And Hive is just controlling this round and making their lead greater and greater. Currently 80 points.
What Hive has as an advantage is double Botox pistols in the hands of Noe and Tidy. And they have a huge lead, a 2-1 lead. They're in a defensive setup. It is Rise Nation. They are the aggressors. They have to push forward. They need a decap at E now.
It all comes down to this last fight. Their championship run on the line for Rise Nation. What can they do? Hive's gonna back out. It's Shock who's gonna take out Demise. Drix gets 1, so does Inzem. Rise Nation needs the triple cap to win this round. Hefe sneaks away, but barely. He's gonna go down.
Rise. They have the win condition. If they can get it, they missed the NC, and that's Hive. 3 players of Rise Nation on the home hill. Hive overextended to the other half of the map. Rise needs to win a fight there.
TJ
but TJ turns up, and he locks this map in for Hive. Oh, they get it done.
Can you believe the plays from this young man, TJ Force? Clutches up with the 1 versus 2 after missing an incend, and Hive, the team of young guns, advances to a semi-final. Congratulations to Hive.
Beautiful last round there by Rise. They didn't get it done, but it was a beautiful push is what I want to say. They pushed both home hills by Hive. They split their numbers. They won their fights, most importantly. And it was TJ who got it done with that triple kill on top of the home hill.
Massive plays from TJ Force, the 17-year-old from Long Island. This is a team of 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. We've been calling them the next generation. Perhaps that is now. They need to play the continued way that they have been playing. They need to play at that championship level if they want to get through these two LATAM teams who've been on fire, absolute fire. They got to go through Pittsburgh Knights next.
Hive versus Pittsburgh Knights. Reciprocity versus Fire and Ice. Our two semifinals. It's going to be wild. The LATAM community, they have two teams to cheer for on either side of the bracket. Two chances to get a team in the grand finals. Maybe we'll see them hoist a trophy in their home country.
Can you imagine two LATAM teams in the final?
I'm just thinking about it, man.
The current state of Gears Esports is the best it's ever been in terms of competition, the intensity, the hype, of course, the passion is always there. And to break down the action, there's some people that know a lot about it, exactly that. It's Ribs, Ryan, and Lucy. Take it away, my friends.
Congratulations to Hive. That was a beautiful 2-0 there versus Rise. I mean, I predicted, me and Ryan, a 2-1. Why wasn't Rise able to do that? Take one map.
They out-teamworked them the entire way through. Of course, TJ absolutely put the hands on him for that final kind of icing on the cake, but a beautiful, beautiful match coming through from Hive, once again solidifying themselves in the top 4. And I was super, super impressed by their teamwork. We know the individual skill is there. You saw the plays TJ was making, Noe's making. These guys are insanely skilled, but their teamwork has evolved to a different level. They once again hit the top 4, another semifinal. Let's see what these guys can do next.
Yeah, and that's been the big transition, honestly, from Gears 4 to Gears 5. I feel like at Gears 4, your main slayers, your best players, at any point in time could just throw a smoke, pull up their pants, and make the big play, help your team win. Right, Ryan?
And I've seen the rumblings on social media, too, talking about some of the differences in the skill gap, or maybe the skill gap has gone away. Jordan, what do you kind of think of that sort of idea? Because to me, I don't think that at all.
I think this was a perfect example. Hive is a perfect example of a team that was so great, just skill-wise, individually skill-wise in Gears 4. Then Gears 5 came out, and they saw the changes with Escalation 2.0. They saw the changes. Now you could kill people that are on the floor without having to get close. You have to worry about your lives. Everything is more team-oriented. So sure, people could complain all they want on Twitter, say the skill ceiling is lower now, whatever they want to say. That's just an excuse. If you want to be a top-level team, if you want to be a Reciprocity, a Pittsburgh Knights, a Hive, you have to step up your communication, your ability to work with your teammates, your ability to make the right decisions, and of course, go off when you need to go off, like TJ does right here. Congratulations to Hive, back in the top 4, this time trying to get into the grand finals against Pittsburgh Knights.
Like, how is someone going to tell me that that last play was not a highly skilled play? What he just did mechanically was absolutely insane.
Let's see you do that,
He's doing things that all these people at home on the TL or whatever are saying there's no skill involved. Their fingers cannot do that on a controller. We talk about skill. We'll use Powers, for example, another kind of player from that era. He does things on a controller none of those players can do. Powers is individually better than everyone in the video game.
What's different with
tell me
Reciprocity?
that's not a skill? Are you going to tell me that he's not skilled and there's no gap? There's no gap between him and other players?
Nobody on this planet would say that. But then also, to my point,
no, they do say it. They say there's no skill gap.
No, but if they talk about Powers, who in this whole room, who in this whole planet, who in this country could do anything to Powers?
That means there's a gap between him and the random on the TL.
And there's a gap between Reciprocity's skill level, their preparation, their ability to make the right decisions.
Correct.
Put Powers in the right positions so he can go off. That's
teamwork,
the difference.
Their teamwork is simply better. In terms of Reciprocity, they prove that they have fantastic teamwork. And you look at a team like even UIU just went out in the top 8, a team with skill across the board, a team that made individual plays throughout the entirety of Gears of War 4. Not quite as strong in Gears of War 5. So the game is completely shifted. It is very teamwork-oriented. And now you have a team like Hive who have fantastic teamwork and also incredible skill across the board that none of those people are complaining about have themselves. And they're proving it. They're in the top
Hive
4,
is constantly
looking to move to the grand finals.
They're constantly evolving.
Literally, they're getting older,
evolving.
more mature, and they're getting better over time. They're getting more experience, and a more experienced Hive team is a scary sight for the future of Gears 5 esports.
Yeah, evolve, adapt, and that is what Hive has done. They're down on the stage right now with Ricari. Let's hear what they think about this win.
All right, well, thank you much, Lisa. And it was an emphatic win, 2-0. Congratulations again to Hive, but take me through the two maps. Take me through what you guys accomplished in those matches to make sure you secured the victory.
Last event on Asylum, we weren't so good, so we went back to drawing board at home and really worked on that map because that's one of the main maps that people like to pick. And we just practice, and we just perfected that map. So that's why we beat them on that map. And then on Bunker, we just did the same thing we usually do on Bunker every time, have our own gameplay, and just head down, play as a team. We've been together for a long time, so our chem is just unmatched.
Now, you guys are going to be top 4. You have a chance to play in the grand finals, but you're taking on PK, and you've got this kind of hometown crowd that's filling in the seats here. How do you block the noise out there out and stay focused on what you need to do?
Just going to do the same thing we did in San Diego. That's it.
All right, well, that's it. We'll keep it simple. Send it back to the desk. Congrats again, and we'll catch you back up here soon.
Well, hopefully they don't do the same thing, right? We want to get a top 2 finish this time. But Hive, I love he's very composed there, just as the pre-game interview was. Post-game, they're still keeping it focused, and they're ready to move on to their next matchup.
Yeah, congratulations to them. And basically he was saying we beat them before, we could beat them again. Obviously this is a different part of the bracket. If they are able to take out Pittsburgh Knights again, that will put them in the top 2. And just to close out, final thoughts on that last match. Obviously, Rise Nation. Tidy made a good point. You know, we've been together longer. Our chemistry is better. Rise Nation just picked up a new player, picked up a new coach. I think they obviously should stay together, work on everything that they're doing. The improvement is there. Why stop?
Yeah, they got top 16 last year. They did improve at top 8. I think that they had their sights set on a little better finish than top 8. We saw them online looking like more of a top 4 team. And to me, like I said, it's some of the same old song and dance. I continue to have a lot of high hopes for this team, a lot of high hopes for this roster. They made even a new change with a player that I'm super high on, and it still just ends up not in the position they want to be in Championship Sunday. So to me, again, I'm going to continue to congratulate Hive. They did what they did last time. They got to the top 4. Let's see what these guys can do to improve that placing. Let's see if they can get to a grand final against a team, like you said, that they beat last time.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, after all of these quarterfinal matches, where everyone stands right now. If you're happening to join us at this very moment, we've had 4 matches go down, and we are now in our semifinals, which will begin a best of 5, everyone. Fire and Ice versus Reciprocity should be our next main stage event. Then we will see Pittsburgh Knights up against the Hive we just saw win right after that.
So, our top 4, this is it. I don't think this is what we expected exactly, Ryan. But looking at this top 4, I gotta say the storyline is beautiful. Reciprocity versus UIU Killers, the Latin American Kings right now, Fire and Ice. And of course, Pittsburgh Knights still in it, trying to get to the grand finals versus the Young Guns. North America versus Latin America on both sides.
Reciprocity and Fire and Ice have had some intense battles online in emergence days in the past. So obviously Reciprocity is a favorite in that matchup, but do not sleep on Fire and Ice. We just saw what they did to UIU. They're playing hot. They're playing confident. They have this crowd on their side. I think it's going to be a better match than we think on the other end. You cannot go wrong. Pittsburgh Knights and Hive,
that's going to be
very hungry, very skilled teams. They're going to be going absolutely at it on those initials. That's going to be incredible to watch as well. One team looking to bounce back and win a trophy in front of their home crowd. One team looking to solidify themselves as elite players in Gears 5. You can't go wrong either way. It's going to be an incredible match.
Yeah, we've had, of the 4, 2 of them are from Latin America. We have one from the #1 NA Alpha and then the #1 of NA Bravo. What a wonderful way to kick off our semifinals. You guys don't go anywhere. After this break, we've got more from Mexico City.
For my kind, there was one place we were never allowed to go. Your world.
What are you gonna do?
Show this world for what it really is.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Mexico City Major for Gears 5, and it is poppin' on Championship Sunday. I'm Lisa Malambry, aka Lucy May, and with me to continue on the action, it's Ribs and Ryan. You know, the number one, I'm going to say, in everyone's hearts, the first champs of Mexico City. How's it feel? I mean, you already know. You're like, we love this. It's fantastic.
If I'm number one in anyone's heart, thank you so much. I love you too. Seriously.
You're my guys. You're my guys. You're my boys, Blue. No, okay, that doesn't work.
That's his dog's name. That's his
dog's name. We were also the boys. We were the boys in blue when we did win.
That's kind of what I was playing off of. Yeah, the envy color thing.